Hey, as you can see, guys, I just left work and I just wanted to make a quick video for any of the up and coming IT support specialist people out here and, give you an idea of what to expect. I did day in the life and things like that, but what do you really expect? What to really expect as an IT support specialist? And in my opinion and from my experience, the first thing I want to talk about is time. I really do feel like sometimes I don't even have enough time in the day. This is one of the first jobs I've had where I'm not consistently looking at the time and feeling like the time is moving slow because I have so many things to do. I don't have time to be looking at the time, right? I'm focused on fixing a device. I'm focused on an issue that I have that I've never seen before, and I'm troubleshooting to figure out how to fix, and I have ticket on top of the ticket, on top of tickets, on top of tickets, on top of issues, on top of issues. And, you're trying to solve all of these things. You're trying to take care of all of these things and do all these things back to back to back, people expect for you to call them. People expect for you to respond right after they put their ticket in and stuff. And you're just trying to get the job done and your mind isn't on the time. For me, when it comes to time as an IT support specialist, whenever I'm looking at the time, I'm more or less thinking to myself like, man, where did all the day go? It's already 12, it's already 2. I feel like I haven't got enough done. So that's the one thing I would say. I'm not sure what company you guys would work for or will be working for, and the experience might be different. But if you're working for a high-paced company, it's going to be hard for you to look at the time, So that's one thing. Second thing I definitely would tell people to expect is people expecting you to respond to their ticket like 5 minutes after they put their ticket in. They put their ticket in, they're expecting a response 5 seconds, 5 minutes after they put it in. They don't know that you're busy. They don't know you got stuff to do. They don't know you have 30, 40 tickets in your queue. You just closed 10. You have many different issues, and I say this all the time. I feel like some of the users, they feel like there's like a room where there's just IT people sitting, waiting for them to call. We don't do nothing. We don't have nothing to do, right? And I've watched a lot of the users work, and their day is not even close to as busy as our day. I've watched these users work. I've been next to users while they work, and they're not doing as much as they make it seem. Like their job is not as demanding as the job that we have. Now, some of them that are actually doing things, yes, they have a lot of work to do, demanding jobs, stuff like that. But a lot of the users, they don't be having things, nothing to really do compared to what we have, right? So that's one thing I will tell you to expect. Just remember, you're going to get complaints. Like the other day, I had someone complain to me, tell me they submitted a ticket, they didn't get no response till, I think they said 3 or 4 hours or something like that they said. And I was like, you got to respond the same day. What are you complaining for? And even for people that don't get a response the next day, you got to understand that people have things to do. They have tickets to close. So your ticket is going in line. So if they had 10 people before you, you have to understand that your ticket is the 11th. So we might get to it, we might not get to it, right? And another thing that a lot of people don't realize is sometimes when people submit tickets, the issues that they have, it takes way longer than you would think to fix. So like today, I had a user reach out to me about an application that integrates with Word, right? And when they reached out to me, they probably thought it was just a quick couple buttons, click, and get it done. But I had to install the application. The application install alone is like 5 steps. And after the application is installed, there's some files that need to be moved to a certain folder. a certain directory, right? And then they need an account to even access the application. So their account have to be created, and the account creation part is like 5-6 steps as well, right? So the account need to create, the application itself need to be installed, then the files that need to be moved to have it to be able to integrate with Word, right? And in the middle of doing it, the guy was like, man, this is taking longer than I thought. And it was just so funny hearing him say that, because that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, you always have to remember, like, all the applications you have on your phone that you use, all the games that you play, right? Someone sat down for hours and hours and days and months and probably even years working on it to provide you with the experience that you're getting. So all you have to do is click this button, play, right? But you don't know all the things it took in the back end for that application that you're using to even function the way how it's functioning, you know? So you playing Call of Duty, having fun, not knowing all the moving parts that's behind Call of Duty, all the code, the pages of code, and how long it is, how much stuff that go into it, how much your mind have to think to even get it to work that way, you know? And that's just how people are. People just, you know, they want the world to revolve around them. You know, they are not expecting or understanding, like, there is so much more to it. The one thing I will tell you is that you provided support for people, and, you know, at the end of the day, people don't want to wait for stuff to be done. And that might be one of the toughest parts, you know. And the only reason I said about time is because I think a lot of people, when they work jobs, they always looking at the time. I think if you're like me, this is going to be one of the jobs that you have that time just feel like it's not enough, because it's so much, and then so much people need help, and, you know, you just feel like, man, I don't have enough time to do everything. And I think that's the only thing. Yeah, but other than that, it's pretty smooth, very great learning experience. You learn a lot of stuff. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.